What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone is having a fantastic night. The Miami Hurricanes basketball team just blew out the North Carolina Tar Heels. Incredible win. But tonight's show, we're not going to be talking about Canes basketball. We're going to be talking some Miami Hurricanes football recruiting with some elite talents coming up and potentially maybe some future Miami Hurricanes. Ross, we have our first guest backstage all the way from Zephyril Hills, Florida. Why don't you introduce him to everyone watching?
2023 wide receiver Bryson Rogers from Wiregrass Ranch here in Florida. This is a guy who's got 25 offers already. He's got offers from places like Georgia, Bama, etc. The list goes on. So, I mean, this is a player to keep an eye on, Canes fans, no doubt about it.
Bryson, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, it's truly an honor. Ross has been telling me, you're an incredible football player. You have over 20 offers. Why don't you tell, everyone watching right now, what schools have offered you?
Yeah, man. I'm Bryson Rogers, 6'2", 175-pound receiver out of Wesley Chapel, Zephyril Hills, Florida. I have currently 30 offers right now. Schools like Alabama, Georgia, University of Miami, Florida State, Florida, Iowa State, Missouri just offered. Just a lot of great programs and prestigious programs so far.
That's awesome. That's a fantastic list. Growing up in Florida, who are some of your favorite football teams?
Originally being from Ohio, I was always a big diehard Ohio State fan. So I grew up watching Big Ten football. But then really when I made the switch to living in Florida, I started watching more Florida teams like the University of Miami was one I was first really hooked on, just knowing the legendary players that played there, the legacy they left behind. So really got into different conferences, seeing all different 5 conferences and seeing what everything else had to offer and just getting bigger as a football player and getting bigger as just loving the game of football. You get to see all aspects, all different types of colleges and different parts of the game. So that's where I said where I started watching and teams I grew up watching.
If you could describe yourself to the viewers, what kind of wide receiver you are, what would you say?
Crafty route runner, I would say. Just my main focus when I play receiver is being unpredictable. I mean, I feel like if you can be unpredictable, defenses can't really watch how you do things, or if you're doing something different every time, being an unpredictable figure on the field is the hardest figure on the field to stop. So just that's my biggest thing. Precise, smooth route running ability with the tall stature that can run down the field as well, run about a 4.4 40-yard dash. So just having like that versatility factor being, like I said, it's hard to stop being unpredictable. So I say that's why I really craft my game around being unpredictable in my route running.
How did this high school season go for your team, Bryson?
We had I think we went 6-4. We play in 7A, so it's a really hard conference in Florida. Younger team this year too, not as many seniors. I think our quarterback was a senior, a few offensive linemen, and just barely a few defensive players. So a younger team playing in a tough class in 7A. Definitely something I wanted to take the challenge with, bringing a younger team into a hard division, playing hard teams, Tampa Bay Tech, Armwood, those type of caliber of teams. So just leading as a junior, just leading my team and making everybody better around me was just my main focus, not really worried about the record and letting everybody else eat, man. It's just not all about me. It's just having my teammates making their name for themselves, producing stats themselves, and just playing as a team. That was probably my biggest factor this year.
What are you working on this offseason, Bryson? Where do you really want to improve your game to kind of take it to the next level?
I mean, just keep really explosiveness. I mean, it's hard to really work on the factors that you're good at. I mean, you work on them, but like there's just other things. So I say my explosiveness, dissecting the defense, which I'm pretty good at already, but knowing I'm gonna go to college, it's just gonna get even tougher and tougher. I mean, watching these defenses, different types of schemes and things you're gonna see for coaches trying to stop a player like you. So I mean, just reading, being a student of the game, having great knowledge and just soaking things in from other players. I've watched a lot of other players that I would say I reflect my game around. So just learning from them and being the best football player I can be is something I work on.
All right, Bryson, you're watching film, NFL players, top wide receivers in the league. What players are you watching and why?
My favorite receiver to watch on film and who I think is personally the best in the league is Davante Adams.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Do you think any of your game resembles him at all?
Absolutely. I'll say on the route running part. I mean, I love how Davante Adams. I mean, he's unpredictable. I mean, there's a lot of clips where you see. I saw him talking to Aaron Rodgers on the way back, where they had a play called 17 on the defense. It was a form they were trying to do to stop Davante Adams. Of course, is number 17. So things like that, man, I love seeing because that really means the defense is honoring your abilities, honoring what you have to bring to the table. So I mean, that just things like that, and I say otherwise he is the best receiver in the league. Is he just brings so many aspects to the table. He can beat you with the speed. He's great with the releases. Knows how to kill any type of defense he's playing, and he also has a great quarterback. I'm not taking nothing away from Aaron Rodgers, but I just feel like having that type of receiver makes it easier for you to throw your ball, and that's the type of quarterback somebody will trust, or you'll even trust as a person. You know, he's gonna be open. He's gonna make plays. So.
You mentioned Davante Adams being one of your favorite receivers. Miami, over the history of time, has had a lot of great wide receivers. Don't want to put you on the spot. Do any receivers come to mind when you think of the University of Miami that you really enjoy watching?
I haven't really studied any receivers from it. Really, the whole conference. Like I just known receivers from like the Big Ten and really SEC conferences because that's what I grew up seeing. So I definitely want to do some research because there's definitely a different play style between conferences. ACC brings something way different than SEC. SEC, you got the bigger stature receivers, and sometimes you get the smaller dudes, the fast dudes. But ACC, I've been seeing lately is just a lot of dudes that are very smooth to find game in the passing game. A lot of things are slowed down a bit, but a lot smoother than what you'll see in different conferences. So definitely want to do my research and my studies on different type of receivers.
Bryson, you're 2023, but how are you enjoying this recruiting process so far? Has it been something that you like, or has it been, stressful? How are you handling it so far?
Man, I absolutely love it, man. I've never, during my whole time, I never took it as stress. I just took it as God blessing you with a very small percentage, I would say, of athletes your age are grinding for and really want to be in your position. So just taking it all in, man. Giving everybody a free opportunity is what I'm really big on. I don't care what school you are, how you did last year, just being open to everybody. Anybody that loves you, you love them back. Anybody that gives off great energy, you give it back. So that's just my biggest thing, giving everybody a free opportunity and being open. I mean, I love the people for the people as well. Coaches, players, you can see that just the people they are through the game is just something you look at as well. So definitely.
What high school coaches do you have helping you out right now? Who do you have on the staff that's really been a mentor for you?
Hey, it's that funny you ask because man, I'm so close with my coach that helps me through my recruiting. That's my coach Rob. His name goes by Coach Rob, Coach Roberts. Crazy story. I met Coach Rob in about the 6th grade, and he was at a different school when I met him, but I known him because just a guy in the area, and just seeing how he evolved as a coach is just insane. But once I got to know him even better, and he ended up taking the job at where I go, Wiregrass Ranch High School, and just getting the receiver spot and seeing me at a young age. And he wanted to coach me ever since I was in the 6th or 7th grade. So just him almost being really family now, because any visit I go to, I take my coach. That's just the type of love we have for each other. So, I mean, Coach Rob, definitely, man. I was a freshman. He believed in me ever since I was a freshman. 6 foot, 135 pounds, the skinny kid that could just run routes. Not the biggest statue, not the biggest dude you're going to take a chance on at that time. But, I mean, he put me in so many great positions to be where I'm at today. So, definitely my coach, Coach Rob. Shout out to Coach Rob, man.
So, Bryson, you mentioned bringing your coach along to take visits. I got to ask, is Miami on the agenda? and the next
Absolutely,
few months?
absolutely. I talked to coach when he offered me, and it's always been a one of my like bucket list to go see the University of Miami. It's very prestigious, very legendary. I mean, you got great players that went through there. I don't even think I got to name them. Ray Lewis, I mean, countless faces and numbers of athletes that produce at the next level that been to the school. So it's only right for you to go witness something like that live in effect, live in person. So yeah, me and Coach Raw will be at Miami soon.
That's great, man. I'm glad you're going to be able to come down to Coral Gables. Is there a specific coach at Miami you've been in direct contact with a lot that you've developed a good relationship with?
Yes, yes, sir. Coach MC, I mess up his name all the time. I just call him Coach MC. But when he was at Oregon, he was really big on me because he was the first really Pac-12 school all the way across the country to take a chance on a kid from Florida. So ever since he gave me the opportunity at Oregon, me and him have been really close. And now that him and Coach Cristobal are at Miami, it's like the right in my state. Easier for him to recruit. So now he's going even harder. We're talking more. He's loving the person I am, getting to know me off the field. So that's definitely a coach I've been close to just because his previous job at Oregon. Now coming to Miami and doing great things. I know the guys, the receiver room at Miami is going to love him. I know the fans are going to love him. He's definitely one to keep.
Bryson, you're going to be moving to being a senior, being a leader on your team. How do you plan on showing leadership? Is it going to be through actions or are you going to be vocal?
A mixture of both. I'm not a big vocal guy, but when I do speak, people love to hear my voice. So I feel like my voice does have a power. So definitely my senior year, I want to come up and be that more vocal dude. But I'm not no yeller. I'm not no screamer. I just want to get my message across. It doesn't matter the tone. I feel like any way your message comes across in any tone, it shouldn't matter. Just the message through the tone is what really matters. So, yeah, I look forward to leading a young group of guys. A lot of people would transfer schools, run away from the opportunity, but I mean, I don't plan to. I plan on taking the challenge face to face, becoming a great leader, and I feel like the great vibes I give off my leadership will produce my teammates on and off the field, maybe even in the classroom, maybe even at home with their parents. Bryson stepped up today, told me I can do this, make them build that confidence, give them that confidence to go out and do something they thought they couldn't do. So that's going to be my biggest factor because I've been blessed with my opportunities, but now just giving back to everybody else and putting everybody else in a great place is my biggest thing I'm looking forward to.
Bryson, why do you love the game of football? Where do you get that passion to go out there and compete at the highest level on a weekly basis?
Man, that's probably the best question I ever been asked. And why I say I love the game of football, man, is one, at a very young age, my dad put a ball in my hand. I think I was 3 to 4 years old. And I'm running routes in my living room when we're first moving to Florida. My dad has a ball, has it set up for me. And ever since I think I touched that, football has just been a different love and passion. Uh, I mean, too, the game is shows you a lifestyle outside the game. Therefore, you're fighting with your teammates every day, going through stuff every day, just like if you were at a job, going through a job every day with your workers, fighting hard, getting money. I feel like football is a resemblance of real life. So I feel like the better football player you can be, the better person you can be. So that's also what I love about the game. Uh, Brings out great character, gives you just a different desire. I mean, just I'm addicted to football. That's what I am. I'm addicted to catching 100 footballs a day. That's what I love to do. I'd rather catch 100 footballs a day than not. I don't feel complete. I just feel like the game is God gave me the game, and I just have to take it to full advantage and just keep it going, man. I just love the game.
Well, Bryson, we definitely came away very impressed on tonight's show. We believe you're going to do great things on and off the football field, and we can't wait to see you down in Coral Gables, Florida, on campus. Do you have an exact date you're going to be coming down, or that hasn't been set up yet?
It hasn't been set up yet, but it's something me and Coach MC are definitely looking forward to, man. Just getting me and the family down there, experiencing that type of atmosphere. So definitely going to be in the plans.
That's awesome, Bryson. Great to hear. Ross, did you have anything else for Bryson before we let him go tonight?
No, man. I just Bryson, thanks for giving us this time tonight, man. And we definitely wanted to get Canes fans more familiar with you because we know that you're a high impact player, and I have a good feeling that this staff's going to be chasing you throughout that whole 2023 class. No doubt about it.
Thank you. Absolutely, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me. Absolutely. Like,
Absolutely,
I just love
Bryson.
coming on here. Giving the viewers what they want. I mean, it's no better thing to do. Letting the fans get an inside scoop. So I just love it. Thank y'all for having me.
You got it, Bryson. Absolutely. Have a great night.
You too, man. Peace, y'all.
Take care. All right. That was Bryson Rogers, 4-star wide receiver out of Zephyr Hills, Florida. Think he's going to be a good one, Ross.
Oh, man. This kid's got all the upside you could ask for, physically and with his technique already. I mean, he's advanced, honestly. He looks like a senior already when you watch his film. And it's why you've got the best schools in the nation making him offers already, like Georgia and Bama. And it's why Cristobal's staff was high on him while they were even at Oregon. So he's at least known the staff since that long, which is nice to know. You know, when these new staffs come in, you never know if a guy just got an offer and he just met him that week. But to find out that he knew him from Oregon, hopefully that carries some weight for us.
Well, we had our next guest backstage. I think he's signing on now. He's a very elite edge rusher. We'll wait till he gets back stage. I guess while we wait, Ross, let's talk about a little bit of the whole Kendall Briles thing quickly. Obviously, Kendall Briles was reported he was offered by Miami. Then it was reported 5 minutes later, literally, that he's going to be staying at Arkansas. So, hey, just be patient. It is what it is. I think it was his agent doing work for him to make more money. We'll talk about it later. We got Carrington Lee, one of the top edge rushers in the nation, coming on The Scoop. Ross, why don't you introduce Carrington?
This is 2023 edge rusher Carrington Lee from Dwyer High School in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida.
What's going on, Carrington?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on. How y'all doing?
It's a pleasure, man. We love having South Florida guys on The Scoop. It's an honor to have you on, Carrington. Why don't you just introduce yourself, to the viewers watching right now and what you bring to the table as a football player?
I'm Carrington Lee. I just started playing football about 3 years ago. I just started high school. I started as a left tackle, and then I made a business decision with myself and my family to move to DN and edge. And, I learn fast. I'm fast with learning, and I pick up fast, and it's just the best fit for me so far right now. And I've been very successful in my position. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Ross, what did you see in Carrington's film that you really liked?
The physical upside that he offers already as a 2023 guy. I totally understand why they wanted to put him on the edge, because that's truly what fits his natural traits. And you can see that he's comfortable on the edge. It's something that he's learning already, and he's developing pretty damn fast at it, honestly. He'll be at the Elite Prospect Day. So, this means our staff has got a close eye on him.
Carrington, when you got the invite to be a part of Elite Prospect Day, I mean, what went through your emotions, man? I'm sure you were pumped.
It's a dream come true, Miami. It's a great place to be with education and, sports, with the new coach that is really like a top recruiter. I felt special, obviously, right? Having someone like that invite you to a camp is just, it's overwhelming. So, I would take that as motivation to keep working. And, it's a dream come true, honestly, new opportunity to just like shine,
Carrington, what's your current height and weight right now?
Right now I'm 6'4.5", 6'5", 227, so 230 range, but actual weight is 227 right now.
What do you plan on working on this offseason? Where do you want to improve your game on the edge to really take it to another level?
I'm working on my get off speed, like, I'm working with my coaches on like the little things like hand placement, reading run versus pass. I got to work on that. And, just using my hands, using my hips, getting off the ball fast, being the O lineman to the point of like, bend, like all that stuff, very technical things that I feel like will just really improve my game and bringing me to the next level.
So Carrington, throughout this process. You're playing high school football. Who have you been in contact with from the University of Miami? Has there been a specific coach you've been speaking with the most with this new coaching staff? How's that relationship been?
With Miami, I kind of let my coach, handle all my recruiting. But with Miami, he's spoken to Coach Fields a lot. He came by the school, got to say hi to him, and we've also, I think we've talked to the new D line coach that just got just got there a little bit. But right now, mostly been Coach Fields, and he's done a lot. He got me the invitation to the the junior day.
What are going to be some goals of yours this offseason going into next season? Whether it's putting on more weight, putting on more muscle, maybe just working things as an edge rusher.
My goals right now are to get up to 240 weight. Keep my speed off the edge because you got to be fast off the edge. I want to really work the small details because that counts a lot. Playing DN or edge is it's like art. Every position in football is kind of like art. It's your craft. So I really want to key in on small things that'll just really improve me. Make me better.
What are the most important traits you feel for an edge rusher? Where do you feel like the things that decide a good player to an elite player? What are those traits they have?
I feel like with edge rushers, people get the idea that it's just pass rush and that you need to get to the quarterback and that's it. But I feel like it's very important to be able to read run versus pass. Yes. Sometimes run and you think, oh, it's pass, and you run straight up the field and they run straight through your gap, and that's a missed assignment, and that's bad. So I feel like it's mistaken that edge rushers are just pass rushers, but they can also be run stoppers, and they can also play the run game. And I feel like that's really important, with being a edge rusher / DN.
When you're it's game week, right, and you're breaking down film, what are some of the first things you look for on the offensive line? Where do you want to take advantage?
So I first look at if the O lineman plays with his hand in the dirt, or if he kind of sits in a 2-point, or if he alternates through pass in a 2-point and having his hand in the dirt versus run, because that's the first thing that a lot of players do. They go pass, like tackles go pass with a 2-point, and they're more comfortable in running in a 3-point. And I feel like that gives away, giving me more ideas. Like maybe if they're in a 2-point, oh, I have this move set up in my head. If this works, I have a counter for it. If it doesn't work, you know what I mean? And for run, I'm like, oh, I can expect run. If he's blocking down, I can squeeze that. Or I'm ready to put my hands on him if he comes at me, you know what I mean? So I break that down. I look at if they finish through the play, or if they give up halfway. If they for run, sometimes people do a hinge block where they don't really work you up. They don't really work you downfield. They kind of just step and turn their hips. I look for that because that can be noticeable as pass, which is not. And I feel like that's important because if you run upfield, then that's your gap open again. You know what I mean? So just breaking it down, looking at everything. I go over it with my coach, look at the small details are really important.
Growing up in South Florida, were you a Miami Hurricanes fan? Maybe a Florida Gator, Florida State Seminole? Who's your favorite team growing up?
Well, my favorite Florida team has always been Miami, and a little bit, I kind of like the UF a little bit, but it's really been Miami, being very close to home. That's the closest place to Palm Beach Garden is Miami. So, I've been a fan of Miami for a while. They've been a great program for a while, and it's even better program now with the new coach.
So Carrington, it's Sunday. You're at home. You're watching the NFL. Who are some of your favorite players you love watching on the edge?
I really like TJ Watt on the Steelers. That's my guy right there. That's my favorite team is the Steelers, and his craft, the way he breaks everything down, it just looks like art. And I get excited to watch him on Sundays. He's a great player. He's not the biggest guy, but he's honestly one of the most perfectly sound guys for an edge rusher, like a DN. He knows how to play run, and he knows how to play pass. He does his job 100% of the time. So I feel like, he's one of the players that I look out for a lot, for sure.
How do you describe your game, Carrington? Like when it's time for you to get to college, what kind of player are they going to be getting?
They're gonna be getting a person that is going 100%, not only in game but in practice. You know what I mean? I feel like practice is important when it comes to game, and if you're not performing in practice, you're not going to perform in the game. So, you'll be getting a player 100% on the field and off the field, also in the classroom. I keep my grades very high. I feel like that's extremely important because football is not going to be with you forever, and you need to be able to fall back on something. So, like school is extremely important to me. Wherever I end up has to be somewhere like, one of the higher ranked schools. So I get my education. I also, get a chance to show off my football abilities, right?
You're going to be a senior this next season. How do you plan on being a leader on the edge? Are you going to be vocal? Are you going to do it through your actions? What do you plan on doing?
I've had this conversation a lot of times with my coach and my my players, and I've asked them. I've been like, "How do you see me as a leader? Do you see me as more of a vocal or like a do by example kind of guy?" And then most of the time it's do by example because I'm not very vocal, but I can be vocal when it's needed. But I'm more, I'll show you what to do. You follow me. Like I'm more of a do it like by example kind of guy. Showing my teammates what to do, and they kind of just follow my lead, as a leader.
All right. Well, Carrington, we left away very impressed with your time on the Scoop. We're going to be pulling for you this upcoming season. We know you're going to do great things down at Dwyer High School. We're going to be looking out for you as well. Coming down to Elite Prospect Day. We're excited you got the invite. We know you're going to do great things. Ross, anything else you got for Carrington?
Yep, I got the one last question, the question I ask every recruit. Carrington, why do you love the game of football? Where do you get that passion to compete at the highest level?
Being able to go one-on-one against someone and being able to take your anger out. It could be anger. It could be, wanting my family to be proud of me. But I get the love of football from being able to, destroy the other guy in front of me, Like it's just it gets me excited being able to outperform the person next to me. So it's all about competition. I'm very competitive, and that's why I fell in love with football.
That's it for me, Paul.
Carrington, thank you so much for your time, man. It was really a pleasure getting to know you, and best of luck coming down on Elite Prospect Day. Hopefully, you get that Miami Hurricanes offer soon.
Hopefully, thank you.
You got it, Carrington. Take care.
You too.
All right. That was Carrington Lee out of Dwyer High School. Now we have a very elite running back, one of the best running backs in the nation for the class of 2023. Ross, why don't you go ahead and introduce this great back that we're about to have on?
He is currently the number 5 rated running back in the 2023 class. This is Sam Singleton from Fleming Island High School in Florida.
What's going on, Sam? Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Not much. I'm good.
Sam, you got a Seahawks flag in the back. Is that your favorite team?
Yes, sir.
So yep. I'm assuming Marshawn Lynch is your favorite player.
Yep, you're right.
What about Marshawn Lynch that you like so much about him in his game?
I like how he can break tackles, elusiveness. He's quick, and when there's a whole crowd trying to bring him down, he's not going down.
Ross, what did you see about Sam's film that really impressed you that he brought to the table? Because we all know Sam Singleton, his name's a household name in the country. He's one of the best running backs in the nation. His game speaks for itself.
I call him a no-nonsense running back. He doesn't waste time behind there. He's not dancing behind the line. He identifies the hole, he identifies the lane, and he hits it hard, and he takes off. There's no second guessing with him. He's confident in the choices he makes, and you can see it on the field. This is absolutely an elite running back, and you can see, his film, it's just play after play after play of him breaking off very impressive runs.
You want to add anything to that, Sam?
Yeah, and my speed too.
Oh, okay.
My speed.
Yep. You're a track guy, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
What events do you compete in track?
Right now I'm doing the 1, the 2, the 4x1. I'm starting to do the long jump this year.
Do you remember your time in the 100?
Last year I ran a 10.8, but I ended up getting hurt. I pulled my hamstring halfway through the season, so I couldn't finish.
What do you plan on working on this off season? Where do you want to improve your game?
I'm working to get bigger, put on more weight, because I think that's where I've been lacking mainly throughout my high school career. So that's probably about it. And put on more speed. And yeah, that's about it right now.
So Sam, tell me about your familiarity with the University of Miami. Obviously, they've had some outstanding running backs. Some say it's running back you. You know, d- Growing up, was that a school that you really looked out for?
Yeah, sure. When I first moved to Florida, because I came from South Carolina, so my home team was Clemson, and then I came here, and I got a lot of interest in Miami when I saw them when I started coming here. So yeah.
Have you built a relationship with a specific coach on the staff that you really like? I understand they have a new running back coach, but it is a new staff.
Yes, sir. So, right now I haven't talked to anyone that's new, so I still have to get in contact with them because I was in contact with Coach Hickinson before.
Absolutely. I mean, you're one of the top running backs in the nation, so they'll be knocking on your door soon. Why don't you tell the viewers, what offers you hold right now and schools that are recruiting you heavily?
Right now I'm at 22 offers. So I have Miami, I have Louisville. I'm at I can't remember all of them. Virginia Tech, Florida State, UCF, USF. Um, what else? Kentucky, University of Kentucky. Uh, let's see. Um, I can't remember all right now off the top of my head, but it's a lot.
It's all good, man. It's hard to keep track of that, especially when you've got 20, 30 offers like a guy like you, and you're getting more offers as the days go on. So I completely understand.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're focusing on in the weight room this off season? You said you wanted to put on a little bit more muscle. Where do you want to do that? You want a lower body, core? Where are you working out?
Probably upper body and lower body. That's probably the main, because that's like
Do you play any other sports, besides track and football? Oh, we lost him for a second.
Yeah, I think we lost him. He's signing back on.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I think Sam Singleton's a great player. I think he's going to be a Power 5 running back.
No doubt.
And, some Power 5 schools going to be lucky to land him.
Number 5 running back in his class already. And it seems like he continues to rise up. For a while, he was being kind of flying under the radar, in my opinion. He wasn't getting respected like he should be. But, dude, like I said, no nonsense running back. I get why he likes Lynch, because he likes to run like that a little bit, no doubt.
All right, we got Sam back.
I got a phone call. Yeah. But yeah, probably upper body and lower body. That's mainly about it. Because a lot of coaches I've been talking to, I've been saying I need to gain more weight. So that's probably where I'm going to go with right now.
When you're studying, we're talking about game week here. When you're studying film, what are some of the first things you look for at the offense or in the defensive line that you're going against?
I'm looking for the blitzes so I can know before the snap comes. I know what they're running and where they're gonna come if there's an edge blitz or whatever, especially with blocking and stuff.
Yeah.
That's important too. So that's about it.
What are going to be some factors? You have a big decision coming up in a year from now, I believe. Unless you want to sign a little bit earlier, but what are going to be some factors for you when picking a school, whether it's academics, the coaching staff, really playing time?
Right now, I'm still looking. I'm still trying to go on visits and see how the schools are and get close relationships with the staff and the coaches, and see if I feel the school, because I feel like that's the most important with coaching staff and like knowing who you can be around for a really long time. So that's really what I'm looking for. And academics is top up there. So that's about it.
So you have all these outstanding offers. Is coming down to Coral Gables, being on campus, or is that a part of the plan this summer?
Yes, sir. I'm going on a lot of visits this summer, this spring also. So I'm planning on making them top one.
Sam, who's the biggest rival for Fleming Island High School?
Right. It was Clay, but I think it's Clay. It's Clay. Clay High School to the top. Yeah.
How did that game go the last time you guys played them?
This year we lost to them by a touchdown. It was tough. Yeah, we had a tough start of the season. We lost the first game, and then after that we won our second game, which everyone was saying that we were supposed to lose because they were like a really good team, and we ended up beating them. But yeah.
Sam, you're a 2023 guy, but you're going to be getting yourself as a senior and getting yourself prepared for college. How do you describe your game? What kind of player will colleges be getting when they get your commitment?
Well, with me, college, you want to get a back that can get out the hole really fast, get through the hole. I won't get caught from behind ever. So they don't have to worry about that. So scat back. That's what they're going to get.
So, Sam, one of the viewers watching says your film reminds him of Derrick Henry when you run the football. Do you see any resemblance, or you think you're a completely different running back?
I think I'm a different running back than Derrick Henry. Maybe probably a little bigger, probably, but yeah, maybe the speed I can get out there, but he's definitely really big. So yeah, I appreciate the compliment though.
Is there one running back you think you're more comparable to in the NFL right now?
In the NFL right now, I don't know. I can't really compare myself to any running back right now. But I know one, and I can. Chris Johnson.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson. That's one. But right now in the NFL, I don't know. I don't know any.
Sam, what excites you the most on the football field? Is it a touchdown? Is it a long run? What would get you pumped up?
Definitely the long runs where I'm breaking tackles, and then they're trying to get me down. I break tackle, juke someone, jump over hurdles, all that. That's usually the best runs. I had a lot of those this year actually, but they got called back, so it really made me mad. But it is what it is.
Sam, why do you love the game of football? Where do you get that passion to go out there and just compete at an elite level?
I'm just a competitive person. I just like winning. So when it comes to sports, that's where it comes from, competitive nature in my body. So yeah, that's it. And I love hitting. That's been like the main thing.
Like I told you, Paul, he's no nonsense on the field, off the field. He's straight to the point, and that's kind of why I like him so much, man, is there's just no playing games with Sam. He'll tell you how it is, and he shows you how it is on the field.
You just got to love that mentality, Ross. And, those are the type of players Mario Cristobal wants at the University of Miami. Like we always said on our shows, we always reload with NFL talent at the University of Miami. And hopefully, Sam can be another NFL star, which is what we believe he can accomplish. So, Sam, it was a pleasure getting to know you, having you on the Scoop. We're really looking forward to your production this next upcoming season, and we know you're going to do great things.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Ross, anything else for Sam?
No, nothing right now. Just Canes fans. Like I said, this is the number 5 running back in the nation, and I actually expect him to move up because that's how high I think of Sam Singleton. So if he gets into that 3 or 4 range, number 2 range, don't be surprised because this is an elite running back. There's no doubt about it.
Appreciate it.
All right, Sam. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great night.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, that was Sam Singleton, number 5 running back in the nation, 4-star recruit out of the state of Florida. Let's see if we can reel him in.
This is, if you think about the type of running back he is, with the type of offensive lines Cristobal puts together, it could be a match made in heaven, basically, dude. Getting the maulers we need, getting the technical guys and the size that we need and the talent. If we can just make even the smallest of lanes for a guy like Singleton, like I said, he's a high IQ guy. He'll find those lanes, he'll hit it, and he'll rip off big plays consistently.
All right. Well, that's all for tonight's recruiting show. We greatly appreciate everyone tuning in. This is our goal, to have weekly recruiting shows with some of the most elite talent in the class of 2023 and beyond. And we're looking forward to the rest of what this new year has to offer for us. And I think recruiting with Mario Cristobal, it's going to be 10 out of 10.
We got plenty more 2023 recruits too that we got planned on bringing on here. I've been fortunate to be able to develop some really, really good relationships with these guys. So like Paul said, this is a weekly thing for us now. We'll be popping on here every single week, and we'll have some different recruits every time.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of your night. And always, all about the U. Go Canes.
Go Canes.